Hey everyone! Before we dive into tonight's terrifying story, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment at the end telling me what you think. Tonight's tale is dark, chilling, and one you won't forget. This story is called 20 Minutes. Clock face 3 o'clock. 20 minutes, horror story, approximately 20-minute narration. The cold wind slithered between the dead trees, whispering through the branches like something alive. Mina raised her flashlight, trying to pierce the darkness ahead. The forest felt wrong. Too quiet. Too aware of her. Everything had started with a message. A simple, short message from a number she had not seen in 10 years. If you want the truth about your family, come to Caspian Forest. Exactly 12:20 a.m. You'll only have 20 minutes. At first, Mina thought it was a prank. But the number, it was the same number that had messaged her 10 years ago. Just hours before her brother disappeared forever. Her heart raced as she checked her watch. 12 a.m. She had 20 minutes. Her flashlight flickered in her shaking hand. She swallowed hard and stepped deeper into the forest. The trail grew narrower. The air smelled like wet soil, old bark, and something metallic she couldn't name. Every few steps, she felt the ground sink slightly under her boots, like the forest was breathing, dragging her inward. Her brother's final message echoed in her mind. 20 minutes. If you're late, I can't hold the door open. No one ever found his phone. Yet tonight, the same number contacted her again. She didn't dare stop walking. Something felt close behind her. She refused to turn around, afraid she'd see something standing just outside the range of her trembling light. Suddenly, the forest fell completely silent. Not a branch. Not a leaf. Not even the wind. A silence that only comes when something is watching. Mina froze. Slowly, very slowly, she lifted her flashlight and pointed it behind her. Nothing. But the silence only thickened. She checked the message again. The place she was supposed to reach was an old cabin, a burned-down cabin that, according to local stories, still glowed from the inside on some nights. Her watch hit 12:08. She started walking faster. Then faster. Breathing harder. Leaves crunched too loudly beneath her boots. The trail seemed endless. Finally, she saw it, a dark silhouette between the twisted trees. The cabin. Or what was left of it. The roof sagged. The windows were black hollow sockets. And yet, a faint orange light flickered inside. Mina approached slowly, her heart pounding like it wanted out of her chest. The smell of smoke grew stronger. When she reached the doorway, she heard it. A whisper. Soft. Close. Behind the door. Mina. Her blood turned to ice. She stepped inside. The interior was burned, charred, broken, but there was a door at the back of the cabin. A door that, impossibly, was perfect. New. Smooth. Not touched by the fire at all. Her brother had mentioned the door. Her watch. 12:13. The whisper came again. Mina, hurry. She ran to the door and grabbed the doorknob. It was freezing cold. The moment she opened it, warm air washed over her. Warm, and wet. Behind the door was not another room. It was a hallway. A long, impossibly deep hallway lined with old wallpaper peeling like dead skin. And at the far end, someone stood there. A boy. Her breath caught. Armin, her brother. He looked exactly the same as the night he disappeared. Same jacket. Same messy hair. He raised a trembling hand. You came. You finally came. Mina stepped inside, tears in her eyes. What happened? Where were you? His face twisted with fear. There's no time, listen to me, Mina. You have to leave before. A deep creaking sound cut him off. The hallway lights flickered. Something moved in the shadows behind him. Armin's eyes widened with terror. She's coming, he whispered. She heard you. Mina, go back, close the door, and do not open it again. Mina shook her head. No. I'm not leaving you again. He ran toward her desperately. But halfway down the hallway, he was yanked backward. Dragged by something she couldn't see. He screamed her name. Mina. Go. Her watch hit 12:16. 4 minutes. Mina ran into the hallway, ignoring every instinct screaming at her not to. Her footsteps echoed. The wallpaper moved, as if something underneath it was breathing. She saw Armin's hand clawing at the floor as something pulled him around a corner. Mina sprinted. She turned the corner, but there was nothing. Just another long hallway, stretching endlessly in both directions. Armin was gone. Her breath shook. Her legs trembled. Then she heard it. A slow, heavy step behind her. A second one. Closer. She turned. At the opposite end of the hall stood a tall, twisted figure. Its limbs too long. Its head bent unnaturally. Eyes glowing pale and wrong. The creature smiled, a smile too wide to be human. And then it whispered, in a voice that mimicked her brother's. 20 minutes. Her watch hit 12:18. 2 minutes. The creature stepped forward. The floorboards warped beneath its feet. Mina ran. She didn't look back. She didn't breathe. The hallway twisted and stretched like a maze. Her heartbeat drowned everything out. She was losing time. 12:19. She saw the door, the real door, the one leading back to the burned cabin. She lunged for it just as something cold wrapped around her ankle. She screamed, kicked, clawed the floor, the creature's grip tightening, pulling her into darkness. 12:20. The grip loosened. She slammed the door behind her, falling onto the burned cabin floor. The hallway was gone. Just a black wall. Just the forest. Just silence. Her ankle throbbed. A dark handprint burned into her skin. Her phone buzzed. A new message. From the same number. You're too late. The cabin lights went out. Behind her, the whisper came one last time right next to her ear. Mina. And everything went black. Film clapperboard. YouTube outro. If you enjoyed 20 minutes, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts. Let me know if you want a part 2, because Mina's story isn't over yet.